Yay! We're here! Hello, everyone. I haven't streamed in so long. Hello. Welcome to another stream with your girls, Sweet and Spooky. I am joined by a friend, a lovely, lovely friend, Austin from the Would You Die podcast.
Hello, how's everyone doing?
Good.
And every week I talk to a different horror creative, like a filmmaker or artist or a musician or just a fan. I talked to
Never
a
mind.
bunch of peeps, and we talk about everyone's favorite horror monsters or villains. And so, for example, my lovely friend Celise was a guest, and well, we actually had an unorthodox episode, so. Uh,
We did.
because we talked about Giallo films, but normally people will talk like Michael Myers or the Alien
Mm-hmm.
or um, you know, just the bit everyone's favorite villains, Pinhead, that sort of thing, and we talk about why we love them and whether or not we would die.
It's so cute. I love it. I had so much fun. We did 2 episodes. We did that and we talked about The Omen, and that was really fun.
Th that was so much fun.
Yeah, I love that. I've been wanting to have you on the channel for so long. I'm happy we could do it for Nightmare on Elm Street. It actually pushed me to finally watch all of the movies because I never have before this.
That's iconic. I love peer pressure. I love making my friends do stuff they haven't
I
done
love peer
before.
pressure. That's amazing. No, I have to give it to Austin though because I was like, we need a collab for my channel, but I don't know what to do. And Austin was just like, hey, guess what? Nightmare on Elm Street is turning 40. And I was like, we need to do it. You're full of
Yes.
nothing but
And
good ideas, friend.
oh, thank you. Thank you. I mean, I am. I really am. Not kidding.
Own it. You are. Austin is also a super talented filmmaker.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
should
Thank you.
definitely follow him. I have all his links in the description. And also on here, it says his at because we're professional here.
Yes. I love this layout. I'm
Thank
like staring at
you.
Freddy and
Isn't it
he's
cute?
staring at me. It's great. It's so great.
We're so professional.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god,
Professional, more like
you're wearing a Friday shirt. Look at my outfit. Ready? Show off the fit real quick.
oh,
Slay.
I love it.
Oh, I love it. It's a 3. Oh, I love that. I love the poster for that
We
one. It's so pretty.
we are professional.
Professional. I love that.
My grandma got me this shirt.
Oh my god, that's so cute. I love it. Everyone is a horror fan in your family?
Uh,
Because I know you said your mom
pretty
is.
yes.
Okay.
It's funny because my family's just my mom, me, and my grandma,
I love that.
and the dog.
Yeah. What's the dog's name?
His name's Augie.
Augie. That's so
He's a
cute.
little terrier.
Oh my god, cute. I love it.
Um, I would say we're pretty much all horror fans. My grandma's not really like she likes scary movies, but like I wouldn't call her like a fan,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. But like she's always down to watch them. She gets scared. It's cute. My
Aw.
mom's an actual horror fan though.
Yeah, you did tell me that. That's so cute. I love that. I love that. Let me see who's here in the chat. Hi, David. I'm ready for Freddy. Same. Hi, D. Welcome. D said, don't forget to smash that like button. Yeah, you should totally do that and share the stream and all that stuff. Leave us some love. Say hi. Don't be shy. Hello, Paul. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Paige. Hello. Gordon Knight. Hello. Gordon Knight said, on your podcast, do most people think they die or live?
I would say the majority of people say they would die because, like, a lot of times we're picking Jason Voorhees or the Predator, and it's like, yeah, most of us would die in those
No, true,
situations.
true. I wonder Wow, there's been nobody that's tried to like say that they would outsmart any of them.
It depends on the villain. The very first episode I ever did was on Norman Bates, and we both agreed we could probably survive Norman Bates.
I think so.
Uh,
Yeah.
I think Ghostface is a 50-50. It really depends on who's in the mask.
Mm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but like certain villains, like okay, so I would 100% can survive. I would 100% survive Candyman because I just wouldn't say his name.
Same. Why would I do that?
Exactly. Or Pinhead. I'm a dumbass. I can't do puzzles to begin with. I am
That's so
officially safe
iconic.
from the setup.
Same. We're both bimbo babes. We don't know shit about puzzles. No, that's so real though. That's amazing. I love that.
Like I couldn't even like Pinhead would just get so annoyed. It's like that motherfucker hasn't done the. Oh, can we swear on this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I already did.
It's okay. I think I did before you.
It's live. No take
We're
backsies.
doing it live.
We're doing it live. But yeah, why am I blanking on like every topic I've ever talked about? So like, you know, Pennywise. I could survive Pennywise.
Oh
You just
yeah.
have to roast the shit out of
Yeah. That's true.
like I was in middle school during Halo 3. I like
You're killing
Pennywise
me.
ain't got shit on me.
You're like, I've been in the trenches. Like, I can do
Yeah.
this. Yeah, no, I get that. That's great. I
If
love
you
it.
grew up on the Xbox 360, you don't gotta be afraid of Pennywise. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's so true. We were living in scary times.
Yeah. Art the Clown, though, 100% would kill me.
Oh, I think same.
That's a motherfucker right there.
That's true. I have to be honest though, since this is a safe space, you're my friend, you're here on the channel. I have to be real. I
Uh-oh.
got to hang out with Art the Clown this past weekend. And David Howard Thorne was in the full fit, okay? Listen, I respect the monster fucker girlies, okay? I've never been one until he looked at me. And then I was like, like twirling my hair. I was like, we're just two clowns. We can like clown around together or something. So maybe I just try to like seduce Art the Clown. Maybe I'd survive.
It might work.
It might work.
You know, I don't think they tried it yet in the movies.
They haven't.
And why not?
We need it. We need it. We need the Art the
Mhm.
Clown and Bimbo Art to get it on together. I'd be so honored. Wow. Damien, if you're watching, cast me. Anyways, um
I love it.
hello Justin. Thank you for the love and thanks for being here. D said, I've seen the whole franchise before besides the show, but it's been a while so I can't remember them all. Wait, what show?
Freddy's Nightmares.
Oh, I've never seen that either.
I actually haven't seen Freddy's Nightmares either. I just found out about it like a year ago.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a thing. But that was like early 90s and I wasn't alive.
Same. I love that
I'm
for
pretty
us.
sure that was like I'm pretty sure that was like 92, 93. I was born in 94.
Oh my god, I was born in 96.
Okay, so wait. You're a June baby,
Yeah.
born on the 6th.
Yes, I told you. Remember on the Omen episode, I have the 3 6s.
I didn't remember 96, but in my defense, I forgot.
That's okay. I don't know if I think I did mention it though. But it's okay.
We talked about it. We did. We definitely talked about it. But I remember June 6th. I didn't remember 96.
Love it. Yeah.
I'm a bad friend.
Me and the Antichrist. We are one. Uh
Yeah, bop into Ave Satani in the club.
Yes, the rowing ass. Yes, yes. um, Paul said, I thought you had a big pink chainsaw, but it was small. Oh yeah, I have a. It's tiny, but it was so cute. It was a big hit at the con. Um,
That's awesome.
the little clown girl needs a mama. That would be me, I think. Except just like all pink. I would love that. That'd be amazing. They need to cast me. How do we get Damien to cast me? Can we do it?
Well, we have to say please. That's the first thing. Um,
Should we offer tequila?
yes, I think I. That's how I cast people.
We're so Hispanic. You need some tequila and lime?
I don't have any. Wait,
What?
I don't want to leave my room, but I do have tequila in this
Of
house.
course you do. So do I.
Yeah. I was about to say I don't have anything, but I'm like, no, I do. I know I have it somewhere, but
I love it.
it's not in this room.
I love
It's not in this room. So I should have thought I had rookie mistake.
So we're gonna get into the whole franchise, and I guess we're gonna rank them. Like, are you down for that?
I'm down for that.
Okay. It was hard for me to rank them.
I am not gonna lie. I didn't think this would be a possibility until like when we started the pre-show and we were like figuring out the details, and you're like, yeah, so I'm thinking about my rankings, and I was like, oh,
Oh
I'm just coming in here, guns a blazing, shooting from the hip, like.
shit. We
So this ranking is gonna be honest,
okay.
because I have no forethought.
That's like even better. So, okay, I guess we can talk. Should we talk about them in order and then do the ranking? Should we start with the ranking?
Let's talk about them in order, I
I
think.
think that's what we did for the Omen one.
Yeah, and then we did our rankings after.
Yeah, that was like smart because you're a way better host than I am. Like I'm a mess.
Stop it.
You're so organized, and I'm like, hi.
I I forgot my tequila, so I'm not that great of a host.
That's okay. One day we're gonna do it. Okay, so let's talk about them in order. So,
Let's do it.
first, obviously, we have the 1984 Nightmare on Elm Street by Wes Craven. Well,
Happy 40th.
yes, happy 40th! Amazing. It's tomorrow.
I think so.
That's so
Yeah.
amazing. I love that. So, this movie is now really special to me. Like, I always liked it, but it's like way more special to me now because we actually did a table scream, like a live table reading of this movie a few years ago, me and my friends on the channel. And it was so fun. And the amount of like crazy rehearsals we had just like trying shit out. Like I know the
Yeah.
lines. Like now I watch this movie and can say it line for line. So something about it is significant now. But I love it. It really did so much for the genre.
It did. I think it, pun intended, kind of put new blood in a slasher genre that was already growing stale, but was only a few years old. Because, not to get so like film studies about it, but like I think it's commonly accepted that Halloween is the first slasher that kind of set that trend. And there
Mm-hmm.
were slashers before Halloween, like Black Christmas and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think you could say Psycho's one,
Oh yeah.
but those films didn't start that trend.
Mm-hmm.
They are more like, I don't think anyone called the Texas Chainsaw Massacre a slasher until people kind of determined what a slasher was and then went
That's
back
true. Yeah.
and kind of like, oh yeah, that's a slasher, because it is. but I don't think that term was around then. I could be wrong. I wasn't alive in 1974. Which, happy 50th to Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I love that you know every anniversary. You're the guy to call. Like, anytime I'm confused, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Austin, when's the anniversary for this franchise?" Austin be like, "I
I
know that."
I'm really good at knowing what year's movies came out. It's literally my only skill.
I love
I
that.
wish I was
No, you're very talented. Stop that.
at knowing what year's movies came out. Like, yeah, I know.
That's
But
so
yeah,
amazing. Do you remember the first time you watched this movie?
I actually do.
Okay.
A lot of movies I don't remember the first time, but A Nightmare on Elm Street was one of the movies my mom showed me while I was in high school, and I was kind of, I would say I was in my I like horror movies era.
Okay.
Like right before I knew I was a fan of horror movies, but I did know I liked them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense.
And I specifically remember it was in this very house. I was in my living room and my mom's like, "Hey, we're gonna watch scary movies." I think it was summertime. And I'm like, "Yeah, cool. Okay. What are you gonna show me?" And she's like, "Let's watch A Nightmare on Elm Street." And I was
Oh.
like, "I've always heard that's scary. I knew who Freddy was, but I never seen it." And I'm like, "Okay, let's finally do it. I'm like a 15-year-old. I can handle this." And it was really scary. What the hell?
I love that.
And um, I'll tell you what I remember most vividly. The part that like stuck with me and really scared me because I liked the movie.
Hmm.
Um, and I've never had a Freddy nightmare, unfortunately. I think I was a bit too old for that, but the part that really stuck with me was in Nancy's nightmare when she sees Tina and Tina's in the
Mm,
body bag, all
yeah,
bloody, and she's staring at her. That fucked me up. That's scary.
it's so scary and so effective. So effective.
Yes.
Like, it just kind of feels like a really unsettling dream that you would have too. Like, they really nailed that aspect.
Hot take,
Okay.
A Nightmare on Elm Street is really good at showing nightmares.
Hot take. The hottest take, Austin.
But no, I mean I say that in jest, but at the same time, like Wes Craven really nailed an atmosphere that is so it just feels different from other movies.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like, all of these movies have such a specific look and like tone, and the music, it's very very
Yeah,
different than so many other slashers. It really has such a like unique atmosphere. Even today, like even now, because I just rewatched them, and I'm like, that's
yeah,
so wild. Like, love it. Love it. It's a great one. It's a great one. I love the first movie, and John Saxon is amazing. The cast is amazing. What a great cast. Heather Langenkamp, like Nancy, such a good final girl. She really is like one
he's
of the
great.
strongest final girls in my opinion.
And I think she's one of the first final girls to really bring the fight
Yeah, she really
to
challenged him.
the villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like there's a difference between trying to survive, like I think Laurie Strode does.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't bring the
Absolutely.
fight to Michael, but like she fights Michael,
Yeah.
She fights Michael Myers and she stabs him a couple times, but she doesn't really bring the fight to him.
Mm-hmm.
She just does what she has to out of necessity, necessity in the moment. Um, Ripley, an alien, who I think you could say is like, I mean, Ripley's an icon. We love Ripley in this house,
Icon.
but like she doesn't really bring the fight to the xenomorph in that first movie.
Oh yeah,
She
no.
more so
The second one.
she arms herself, and yeah, the second one she definitely does. But which came out in 1986 this after Nightmare on Elm Street, so Nancy did it first.
Anniversary
But
when?
like 2 years. In 2026, tune in to our Aliens anniversary
Yes!
live stream.
Bestie. I love that.
But like in the first one, she's just kind of like she arms herself, and she doesn't. She's trying to avoid the xenomorph because Ripley is smart.
She
Ripley
is.
is. You don't bring the fight to the xenomorph. But that being said, Nancy brings a fight to Freddy because that's how you beat Freddy.
Yeah.
And she realizes quickly she can't not sleep. She has to confront this particular demon pain in her ass, you
Yeah, and
know?
she was so real. Like she did all her research. Like she was ready. She was ready to go. Like I love it.
I'm into survival.
Yeah, I saw Horror
Hell
Babe just
yes.
wrote that. Yeah. That's such a great line. So many good
She's
lines.
so cool
She's
too.
so cool. My favorite line in this movie has to be when she gets the white strip in her hair and she's like, "Oh my god, I look 20 years old."
It's so
I
good.
remember doing that for our table read, and I just died laughing because I'm like, I think at the time I was like 26 or something, and I'm just like, wow, oh my god, I look 20 years old. That was so
I'm
funny.
assuming you played
I
Nancy.
did, yeah.
That makes
That's where I
sense.
made these cute pajamas.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it was super fun. Yeah,
I love that.
thank you. Um, Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else to say about the first one. It's iconic.
I gotta say, um, I remember Tina's death. That fucked me up the first time I saw it too.
Oh yeah. It's so good. It's still like
I,
effective, I feel like. It's
I think it's
insane.
particularly brutal.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like,
And Amanda Wiss,
mhm.
I believe that's how you say her last name, but she sells it, and it's like heartbreaking a little bit. And like, I think it's a very. I think a lot of the original Nightmare on Elm Street, you can watch it and you can be like, yeah, this is a low budget film from the 80s.
Yeah,
But it gets so real in that moment.
it does. It
And
does.
it could be a very campy movie, right?
Mhm.
I don't think it is. I'm not trying to say it is a campy movie, but I think what I'm trying to say is like it could have easily have been just like a throwaway campy 80s um find it on Tubi years later type of movie. Like it'll have its defenders, but moments like Tina's death, which is true horror, I think there's a reason that first film really like garnered an audience. And I think last year or the year before, I don't remember, this film was inducted to the National like Library of Congress. Wait, did I say it? The National Film Library. It's in the Library of Congress, like the national
National something.
like hold on. What is it called? I, I'm not texting people. I'm Googling because my dumbass.
I didn't even know that. See, you come in knowing all the facts. This is what I appreciate about you.
It is the National Library of Congress. My ass isn't as dumb as I thought. But anyways, there's only a handful of horror films,
Yeah.
and what Library, the National Library of Congress, what that does is it, um, the National Film Registry. That's what I'm trying to say. The Library of Congress has a National Film Registry, and what it does is it takes culturally significant films and it preserves them. making sure that we always have these horror films, and it has all types of films. So like films like Lawrence of Arabia and Citizen Kane, and like the Zapruder film, which is the if you in case people on the live don't know, that is the footage of the John F. Kennedy assassination. Like all types of films,
Wow.
not just like Hollywood blockbusters, but
Mm,
according to this article I just Googled, the horror films in here are Psycho, Rosemary's Baby,
of
The
course.
Shining, The Exorcist, House of Wax, Dracula, Halloween, Freaks, Alien, Night of the Living Dead, Silence of the Lambs, The Phantom of the Opera, The Bride of Frankenstein, Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Oh wow.
I know Jaws is on here. I know Jurassic Park is. Actually, I'm not sure if Jurassic Park's in yet, but I'm pretty sure it will be if it's not already.
Hmm.
And A Nightmare on Elm Street.
That's amazing. I love that for good reason. Um, I
Yeah.
I actually have to say because you mentioned the first time you watched it, it's so funny. I was scared of Freddy Krueger for so long, so I didn't watch the original when I was younger. And then when the remake came out, I remember my family was like, "Oh, we're gonna go see the remake," and I was like, "I'm a big girl, I can go watch this." And I went to go see the remake, and I remember being so afraid of him in the remake. Now I look back and I'm like, "Oh my god, the remake is like whoa." But like I was so afraid of him, and I was like, at some point I'll watch the original. And then I remember a couple months after I watched the original, and I was like, I'm kind of obsessed with him. Like, he's amazing. But I wasn't scared of him in the way that I was scared of, for some reason, the remake. I don't know why.
Hmm.
So bizarre. So bizarre. But I
Yeah.
also wasn't like fully into horror yet because I was so scared of it. Like I was into it, but in a way that I was like, I don't know, like I'm afraid. And now I'm like, this is
Yeah.
comforting, you know? Like I need a
Now we
horror
eat
film.
it for breakfast.
Yeah, like now I can watch stuff and like eat and like whatever. Like I'm laughing
Yeah.
at Art the Clown, like you know what I mean? So, such a different time. But yeah, I just think it's so
Okay.
funny that that was my introduction to this series was the remake.
That is funny. I was lucky that my introduction was the original, other than like being 8 or 9 and seeing like the Freddy versus Jason commercials.
Mhm.
But I did not see Freddy versus Jason in theaters as an 8 or 9 year old. Because that shit would have scared me. But I do gotta say, um, little side tangent, like laughing at horror films that, I'm just gonna say Art the Clown's funny.
He's so funny.
He's a I don't know who I said it to, but I'm like, he's rated R Bugs Bunny.
Oh my god, yes. No, he's a Looney Tunes character.
He
He's
is. And
hilarious.
I took my mom to go see Terrifier 3 because I'm an amazing son.
I love it.
And a bunch of our work friends went. So it wasn't just me and her, it was like a bunch of our work friends. And it was a whole thing. We took out a whole row basically. It was iconic. And she has not seen any of the Terrifier movies. So I pushed her into the deep end. And I'm going to say it because I don't know if everyone with us has seen it. So I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah.
But there's a centerpiece kill that if you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And he just boops one of the victims. And goes to my mom goes to her one of our friends. She goes, "Did he just fucking boop her?" It was so funny.
He's so funny. No, I love Art the Clown. He's the best. Like,
And very, very Freddy coded, I think.
oh my god. I'm so glad you brought that up because we need to talk about that. Like, the
Yeah.
more I kept watching these films, and we'll get really into it when we talk about 3. But like the more I was
Okay.
watching it, the more I was like, oh my god, like Damien Leone was so inspired, so inspired, because there is some stuff that I'm like, this is so similar. Like definitely not copying, just like paying
Yeah.
homage, but like so inspired. Like it's pretty wild.
Oh, definitely. And I think you can see Freddy's influence on a lot of different, kind of like how Michael kind of informed Jason Voorhees and, um, what's his name? Harry Warden from My Bloody Valentine
Oh, I
and
love him.
a lot of those early slashers. I think Freddy really influenced like characters like Chucky,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wishmaster definitely has some Freddy
I
vibes.
love Wishmaster.
Um, I saw that for the first time this year. It's fucking
It's
amazing.
so fun.
Um, I think honestly, I think Ghostface has a little Freddy in him. Not
Yeah.
because he's like supernatural, but like Freddy kind of has like a certain walk to him. I think
Yeah.
Ghostface lurks, and
Yeah.
that's and Ghostface is a sassy motherfucker.
Oh yeah. I love it. They're very charismatic.
And sass was invented in 1984 when Freddy Krueger debuted on the silver screen.
I love it. No, he really was so sassy. Okay, so now we have to talk about 2. Um
Yes.
Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge from 1985, starring Scream King, Mark Penn.
Yes. I like Freddy's Revenge. Um I like so okay. There's one part whenever I think of this movie, I always think about it and it's like the most random, but in my defense it's like a random fucking thing.
Yeah.
You know that part where the fucking bird explodes?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No, real though. What was that about?
It's a good movie. I like this movie, but like whenever someone talks about Freddy's Revenge, there's so much to talk. My brain goes like, "That's the one where the bird explodes." Why?
Yeah, I know. I hated that also. Discrimination.
I, I mean, it's one thing to like, "Oh no, the bird died. Freddy's here." It's one thing to do that, right?
Yeah.
It explodes.
Yeah, it's really insane. I love that that's your
And this is only
takeaway.
movie number two.
That's amazing. So Nightmare on Elm Street 2, uh, for so long, now obviously it's gotten like a lot of love, from people,
Yeah.
especially queer people like me. Um, it was not very well perceived, this movie. A lot of people didn't like it, when it came out, and a lot of people didn't like it because of how queer it is. Like they were really uncomfortable by this.
Yeah, and I remember the first time I saw, I didn't get any of that, but
Yeah.
like I was like I don't know, 17 or 18 the first time I saw Freddy Nightmare 2.
Yeah.
So I was a dumbass. But when I most recently rewatched it as like an actual adult with a fully formed mostly brain, uh I was like, "Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I get it now."
Yeah. It's so obvious. It's pretty wild. Um it's so
And
interesting.
brave.
Oh, it's so brave. I just like, I don't get why people didn't like it. Like, because there are so many cool things that happen in this movie, and the dynamic between Freddy and Jesse is so interesting. And also, we didn't really get any final boys or anything. So, that was also cool to see.
I think it's important to remember that this came out in the 80s.
Oh, for sure.
I believe so two, I could be wrong. It was either 85 or 86 because I know Dream Warriors is 87,
2 is
but
85, yeah.
it's 85.
Hmm.
So it's one of the like 85, at least United States of America, is very conservative.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
like there's so much satanic panic
Hmm.
going on. So like it to me it makes sense why this movie didn't do as well critically
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
with the audience of that time. They just weren't ready for that.
They weren't.
Um
Yeah.
Bunch of losers.
It definitely was something that made them very uncomfortable. But I'm so happy that it got a resurgence now and like people are like this movie is amazing and also has become so important I think in like queer culture. Um
Yeah,
and Mark Patton's an icon and he really went through it with this movie, which is really sad.
right.
If you haven't seen the amazing documentary that he did, I think it was called Scream Queen, right? Scream Queen.
Yeah, it's on Shudder, I think.
Yeah, that is such a good documentary. It really was very, very touching. So if you're a fan of two and you want to know all the lore, like you should check that out because he can explain it way better than me. But he definitely went through a lot, like during the filming
Oh
of the
yeah.
movie and after, and what happened to him in Hollywood was just terrible. Um, but yeah, I love two. I've seen it 3 times. Every time I watch it, I think it gets better. Like I love it. And also it does have my favorite poster. Like I love this poster.
It's good.
It's
It's real
so
good.
good. And I'm just
I gotta say, oh sorry.
no, it's okay. I'm just like a sucker for the gayness in it. Like I really am. Like that one scene where he's like, "You've got the body, I've got the brains." I love it.
Yeah. I love the part where um what's the main character's name? Jesse, I think.
Yeah, Jesse.
When Jesse and the one dude who becomes his friend, like they're like fighting and then they get detention or something. They're forced to do push-ups or whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes to his friend, he goes, or about to be friend, he goes, "Hey, what's your problem with me?" You know, "Oh, nothing. I'm just blowing off steam."
That's a
I
good.
love that
That's
so
a great
much.
scene.
I love it. And we gotta talk about the pool scene.
Oh, that's so iconic. I love that scene. Freddy is such a sass queen.
You're all my children now. It's so cool.
It is
And
so
we are.
cool. We are, yeah. Oh, I also want to talk about Kim Myers. She's so good.
Mm,
She's so good. Like, it's so funny how like she looks so much like Meryl Streep. It's
yes.
insane. They're like twins. Like, it's so weird.
I I honestly thought it was Meryl Streep for a second.
Did
I was like,
you?
no, there's no way. I had to like look it up and I'm like, yeah, there wasn't any way. But
They
still,
look a lot alike. I really like her. She's really good in the movie. I
she is really good. She's super likable.
She is. I haven't really seen any of her other stuff. I don't know if she's even still like doing acting, but
I don't know. I watched The Devil Wears Prada the other night.
yeah. And
That's it. I'm thinking of Meryl
that's
Streep
it.
now.
No, that's amazing. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
We mentioned Meryl Streep, and I was like, that's relevant to this week I had.
Devil Wears Prada is so great. I love it.
It is.
It really is a classic. A classic. Before we get to the next movie, I'm gonna check in on the chat. I'm so sorry, guys. David mentioned Pink Flamingos was preserved several years ago. Oh my god.
Ooh,
Pink Flamingos. I love Divine. I
based.
love Divine, but I really don't like Pink Flamingos. I wanted to, man. Hi, Gavin. Welcome. Welcome. Freddy should be the scariest villain on paper, but I find him goofy as shit, even in the original. He is really goofy. Yeah, I get it. He's really goofy, especially in the later
It's the goofy
movies.
ones that get you.
Yeah, no, that's true. He's kind of unsettling, though. Um, Paul said,
I'm your boyfriend now.
"Oh, I love oh, that line is so good." Paul said, "First introduction of Freddy was the remake for him too." Yeah,
Wow.
that's so wild. What a like bad way to get introduced to the franchise. We went through it as a generation. I fear. Oh man, what a rough movie. Um. Hello, Nightmare King. Welcome in. D said Scream Queen was super good and the soundtrack is amazing. I agree. Definitely will watch Scream Queen if my brain understands. You should. It's well worth your
Yeah.
time. D said I was so confused when the two became friends after fighting. Wait, are we talking about two?
I think so. But hey, boys will be boys.
I hate that term.
Yeah, me too.
It's so bad. It's like, no, the fuck
I thought it was
don't.
applicable, but I agree. I agree. You're right. But here it makes
That
sense.
term, I hear it, I go, what do you mean by
I
that?
love it.
No, but you're a good one, so I know you don't mean it like that. Nightmare King said excited for both Anne Hathaway sequels. Oh, Devil Wears Prada? Is there gonna be a sequel? What?
I didn't...
Wait,
Wait,
is that true?
what? There's a sequel
I don't think
to
so.
Devil's Wear...
Is there gonna be though? Is that what? I don't know. Confirm,
The
please.
Devil Wears Gucci.
I love that. No, the Devil Wears Versace. Gucci.
Freddy
That's
Wears
so
Prada.
funny. I love that. Oh my god, that's so funny. Do you have any other thoughts on Nightmare 2?
No.
Same. um okay, so now we can go to 3. Since you're wearing the shirt, I'm gonna let you lead this one because I have a feeling you really like it.
Well, I do.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna sound like a basic bitch, but I my favorite Freddy quote is that whole sequence where what's her name? She she's watching the TV and it's like she's watching um the late night talk show and then Freddy takes it
Oh
and then he
yes.
becomes like the TV and lifts her up. He's like, "This is it, Jennifer." Her name's Jennifer. "This is it, Jennifer. Your big break in TV. Welcome to prime time, bitch." I that And it's like everyone likes Welcome to Primetime,
Of
bitch, right?
course.
That's me being basic bitch, but it's the whole setup.
The whole
That's
setup
why
is
it's
pretty
so
brilliant.
good.
No, that's so true. There's so much good in this movie. Like they were
Yes.
so incredibly creative with all of the kills. It's really amazing cuz I do feel like, and you can disagree, but like I do feel like at this time slashers, like their kills were not this creative.
So late 80s, I can't really think of anything to disprove,
Yeah.
like to disagree, because like I mean, there's Halloween 4 where Mikey My My takes the shotgun and like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
stabs it through a girl. That I, is that creative? I laughed. Um, Not when I was like 7 and that was always playing on like fucking AMC.
Mm-hmm.
That was terrifying
That's how
when I
I
was a
first
7 year
watched it. It was on AMC.
old. Mm-hmm. Um, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why we're besties. Um,
Yes.
no, I think I agree with you. I can't think of this late 80s because at this time it was mostly sequels,
Yes.
like the late 80s,
Mm-hmm.
at least in slasherdom. I mean, Jason always has a couple creative ones,
Mm-hmm.
but at this point, Jason was kind of funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like this movie really like tops it. There's so many cool things. Obviously, we have like the iconic needle finger,
Right.
which
The
is
uh,
oh yeah.
the Vane marionette.
Yeah, oh, that is deeply disturbing to me.
I I think Dream Warriors is what really I think Dream Warriors is like, hey, what if we took what if we really played with the dream nightmare settings that this franchise really wants to, especially now that this one has a little bit of a budget.
Mm-hmm.
The first one didn't. The first one could only do so much. And I think there were two I think the second one and I like Freddy's Revenge, but at this point the franchise didn't know what it was. I think Dream Warriors is a film where it's like this is what a Nightmare on Elm Street is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. People really love Dream Warriors. I get it. There's so much cool things. They really expanded on the lore. It's really cool to see Nancy come back, and her whole thing is
Yeah.
really interesting. I do love that.
And John Saxon.
Yes, John Saxon. You know I love John Saxon. I every time I'm always like, that's right. Daddy is back. Daddy is home. Um Yeah, I love it. I love it. I actually, since we were talking about Art the Clown earlier, I have to relate it to this movie. So I rewatched Dream Warriors a couple days ago, and I was like, "Oh my god. It is it is actually crazy to me how much I saw so much of Terrifier 2 in this movie." I was like, there is
Oh,
so much inspiration. Like even like lore, even though like with Art the Clown we haven't gotten fully the lore yet. We're still getting there. Um, but like all the little things that Damien has been introducing is very Freddy-esque. And like I don't know, just like how creative he's being with the kills, I think is really similar to this movie too. It's so interesting. And even the music I thought was so interesting because Art the Clown's like theme kind of reminds me of Freddy's theme a little bit. It's like this synthy music. I love that. And even like the lighting and stuff, like but he does it so well
yeah.
because it's clearly like not just this boring like, oh, I'm gonna copy this thing. It's very much like he's a fan and I'm paying homage to the genre and I love this genre so much, which I love that. Not to talk up Terrifier. I know we're talking about Nightmare on Elm Street, but I have to give credit where credit is due.
Right. And when you talk about something like a Nightmare on Elm Street, I think it's fair to kind of like look at its impact on um what's happening in horror now.
Yeah, it's so crazy. It's wild we're in 2024 and it still has such an impact like that. It really is a beautiful
40
thing.
years.
40 years. I love that. No, but really it's great. I
Yeah.
actually like it's so interesting. A couple years ago I watched Dream Warriors and I was like, this movie's just kind of boring. I don't think I was in the right headspace. Okay, nobody judge me. Then I rewatched it and I was like, oh, I totally get it. This did so much for us. Like, it really did. And there's so much cool stuff. Like, It's definitely not
Yeah.
boring. There's so much action in this movie, like from start to
It
finish.
and I think it has the most likable cast.
Oh yeah, great cast. Patricia Arquette, amazing. Yeah.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah. Oh my god, I was like icon.
I
Yeah.
love Lawrence Fishburne.
Me too.
And then like um what's the character? Like there's Tara. Oh, she's bad.
Oh
And she's
yeah.
cool.
She's cool.
Um what who's my I am blanking on his name.
I'll pull up.
I am blanking on his name, but he's my favorite because um it Ken Sagos plays him.
Oh, Kincaid.
Kincaid.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
love him.
he's great. I love him too.
I love him. I was like, what is Ken Sagos' character's name? I was thinking of the actor. Um, but yeah, I think it I think this one also helps with like Freddy has the one-liners,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
But I think this is where he's at his most clever. Not necessarily his funniest, but like oh, okay. I'm gonna rephrase this. At that actually this is live. So
We're doing it
everyone just
live.
collectively forget. Everyone collectively forget. I just word stumbled. We're back and we're back. So
We're back.
I think Dream Warriors is the one that really like attacks. It doesn't just attacks the characters in their dreams. It attacks their dreams.
Yeah.
Like Jennifer wants to be a TV star.
Mhm.
She want that's what her. I mean, all these. I think the way Dream Warriors is scary isn't scary in a fact like, oh, I think Freddy's gonna get me in my nightmare. I think it's scary in a way of like we are watching these kids where their dreams are their only hopes because they're in the mental institution. So these kids don't have a lot of hope. They only have each other. And Freddy attacks them where they're most vulnerable. They're where they can escape their reality and dream. And he like Tara like she had a rough life. Um and she got clean and Freddy uses the needle finger. It's not just
Yeah.
scary in the sense of that they're needles. It's scary in the fact that like that's her worst nightmare, and Freddy
Yeah.
used.
It's so fucked up.
And I think this is a film that takes that approach best. Like the original Nightmare on Elm Street is great in the dream nightmarish atmosphere, and like I
Mhm.
said, that imagery in that first one sticks with me. But it's Freddy's not attacking Tina's aspirations.
Mhm.
In this one, Freddy is attacking what these kids want. And I think that's scary.
Yeah. It is. And I think it's like universally scary for that reason. I think that's why it resonates with so many people, for sure. It's definitely like
Right.
it's almost everyone I know's like favorite, or at least in their top. So,
Oh, right.
and for good reason.
And it has the best theme song.
Oh yeah, it really does. I love it. I love
We're the Dream Warriors. So good.
it.
Don't wanna dream no more. Ah, I love it.
I love that. Should we start recording you for your next EP?
Fuck no.
I love you. You're so funny. um, okay, I'll catch up on the chat real quick. Uh,
Okay.
D said, I feel like Nightmare on Elm Street 2 deserves a remake or reboot. The guy who does the Chucky series would do a great job with the humor and LGBTQ themes. Oh, Don Mancini? I could see that. That would be interesting. Um,
It would be.
always loved punk fashion. Yeah, iconic. David said we're the Dream Warriors.
Yes! Rock and roll!
I love it. Uh, D said now I want to rewatch Nightmare on Elm Street 3. You should. Paul said this
I
stream
kind
makes
of
me
want
want
to too.
to rewatch Nightmare 1 to 3 and then watch the whole franchise. You should. It would be a great time to do that since tomorrow is the anniversary. So if you're doing a whole lot of nothing this weekend, be fun to watch them. So I think that wraps up my thoughts on 3. You too?
Um,
Do you have more to say?
I think I I mentioned Lawrence Fishburne, I mentioned Dawkins, I mentioned Welcome to Primetime, bitch. Um, I have one more thing to say, but I'm going to say it later.
Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so we'll move on. So now
Yes.
we are at For the Dream Master 1988 directed by Rennie Harlan. So wild
Hmm.
that Rennie Harlan just did the new Strangers movie. Yikes.
I haven't seen it yet,
Oh.
but he did Deep Blue Sea.
Yo, I'm gonna say nothing, but that was definitely a movie. It was definitely a movie.
You know what? We all have. He's making movies.
He is. No, he
He
is
is living the dream,
making
and
movies.
and he made Deep Blue Sea.
That's true. Yeah.
So
He
he
know.
will forever be in my good graces.
Listen, he knows what he's doing. Just Strangers Chapter 1. Guys, I did a whole review. We're not going to talk about that here. Just if you want to know my thoughts, watch that. Um yeah, okay. So I watched 4 just recently, just this week for the first time. I'm
Oh
actually
wow!
yeah, cuz I had never seen it. Like I don't know what it was, but I like forgot that Nightmare on Elm Street had this many movies. Like for some reason, I thought it stopped at Dream Warriors. And then I remember having a conversation with someone and they were like, yeah, oh, it was my friend Dylan. Shout out Dylan. He's always on Table Screams. We love you. He was telling me about 4 and 5 and I was like, what are you talking about? There's more movies? And he was like, yeah. So I just
That's
never
awesome.
knew that. Like, I don't know why I was like, well, 3 is the end.
Maybe you just wanted it to be.
I think so. Like, I think so. But, so I was surprised. Okay. Having watched 4, I also will still say, I see in the Dream Master that there is also a lot of inspiration for Terrifier in there too. But I was
Oh yeah.
surprised that this is actually like a good movie.
You know what? When I did my, because I have a similar story, but I did my first watch through of this series not that long ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was similar to where I've only seen the original and then like maybe some of it. The first time I've watched of the Nightmare films was in 2021.
Okay.
So I didn't grow up with Dream Master or Dream Child or the sixth one. I hadn't seen those ones until a couple years ago, and I was like, "This movie rocks." I
Yeah.
really like 4.
Yeah. I'm surprised how much I liked it. Like it really is fun. I love the whole like setting and everything. And also I really like Lisa Wilcox in this movie. Like I like her a lot actually.
She kicks ass.
She really does. I was surprised. I was like, she's great. Like more people need to talk about her.
and this movie's doing like really cool like stuff with like the colors.
Yeah.
I think it looks like you were mentioning how this series just has an aesthetic.
It
I
does.
think this is the aesthetic. This
Yeah.
I
I
think
love
Nightmare
it.
4 is the one that really um when I visually when I think of this movie. Um I think there's some great gags. I'm This is the one where he like puts on the sunglasses and one of my favorite gifs, like reaction gifs.
Yes.
Uh
Do you know what took me out?
what?
Robert England, like, kind of just like in drag.
Fair.
Because I was like, what's going on?
And I think this is the one where he like uses his glove as a shark fin and they're doing the whole Jaws because at this time it was still cool to parody Jaws.
Yeah. Oh
But
my god.
I think this is where Freddy gets a little silly,
Oh, a
but
little? Yeah.
I don't think it's bad yet. Because listen, Freddy. Speaking of influence on Terrifier, where do you think he gets the sunglasses from?
Mmm. I didn't even think
It
of
ain't Mikey My
that.
My.
No. This is why I love you. No, that's true. You're so right. You see how strong the influence is? That's so
Yes,
crazy.
I like four. I will defend
Four
four.
is fun. It's so fun. I love like all the stuff like in the diner and everything. Like I just love that.
Yeah,
It just has this like comforting like 80s vibe. Like I love it.
and this is the one where he turns that bitch into a bug.
Yeah, yes. That was so good though. I remember I was like, what is happening? Like this is actually batshit crazy. Like they were going for it in this one. They were really going for it.
So I really like four. I think it's really good. Here's my one criticism of it, and I think this criticism can be applied to the next few.
Okay.
This is where the cast is not as and not the cast, but the characters, the supporting characters, they're not written as strongly.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
So in Dream Warriors, Freddy's attacking their aspirations, their what they're dreaming of being. In Dream Master, these characters have one or two traits, and then he attacks their traits. So it's like the one girl, she's I like to work out and I don't like bugs. Well, guess what? I'm turning you into a bug while you work out. And it's awesome. It's great,
That is
but
so
that's all I
true.
know about this character.
Yeah, no,
And
it's true. The
yeah,
character development is really not like it's nowhere near as strong
it's
as
all on Alice.
yeah.
But that's okay because Alice is great.
She is. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I it's fun. It's definitely not the strongest in this franchise, but it is a fun movie. Like I could see it being a comfort movie for people. And also I feel like they went like obviously already like these movies are camp, but they really went for the campiness in this. Oh my god, what happened? Did I lose you?
Oh no.
I lost you. Why are you like that? Why do you look like that?
I don't know what I didn't do no, I didn't touch it. Guys, Freddy got me.
What happened?
I don't know.
Why is your box like that? Oh, hi. I think it's like a connection
Hello.
issue with Skype. So weird. You're
Uh,
back though.
we're doing it live.
We're doing it live. That was so funny. Um, but yeah,
My
they
internet
were just
connection is
like,
like, welcome to prime time, bitch.
yeah. Every time we have a technical issue, we should have put that on the screen. That would have been
Because we're
so
doing it
funny.
prime time. We're literally prime time right now.
But yeah, 4 really leans into the silliness and campiness of everything. Like, Freddy's so much goofier in this movie and has really just like back to back insane lines. Like, he already had crazy
Yeah.
lines, but this one I feel like they were really going for it. They were like, we gotta make him say the craziest stuff. He's gotta be the goofiest he can be.
I don't know if he will ever top "How's this for a wet dream?"
Oh, that's a good one. I love that line.
I don't know how he'll ever top that. Because I think it's in 5 where he goes, "Hey, wanna suck face?"
Oh yeah. Oh,
Like,
I actually hate
okay,
that.
but that's 5. 4
Yeah.
is like good.
No.
That, uh,
Yo, are we ready to talk about 5? Cause yikes. I watched that earlier today.
so yeah, I'm a positive
Whoa.
person.
I'm
Uh,
not. No, I am. I try to be.
I can say some nice things. The Dream Child is played by the same kid who is sassy towards Dr. Alan Grant in Jurassic Park.
Oh, I didn't know that. You're full of nothing but amazing facts.
I know Jurassic Park way more than a person should legally should.
Jurassic Park and Godzilla.
Hell yeah! You're speaking
Bestie.
my language now.
We should so oh my god. You and me should do a Godzilla stream or something. We
Oh.
have to. I mean, that'll be so long because there's so many movies. But I would
You know,
love to do that.
Godzilla just turned 70 this year.
You know everything. That's so amazing. We have to. I'm not done watching all of the Godzilla movies, but when I am, like, you and me, you and me, and
Oh yeah.
Rocco, because Rocco is such a big Godzilla fan, so we'll have Rocco on here too.
Godzilla versus Mothra is my favorite.
It's mine. I love it.
I I love that one.
But
Cause
you know what? It's
okay,
hard for me
guys,
because it's that, and also I love Hedora like so much. I
that
love
one's
that movie.
great.
Oh my god.
Um, I promise we'll get back to Freddy, but I gotta say this first. Godzilla versus Mothra is my favorite Godzilla movie. One, because Mothra's in it, and I fucking love Mothra.
Me too.
But two, it's like Godzilla's still a jerk.
Yeah.
Like he's not a good guy yet. He's he's a dick, but it's kind of campy, but it's not as serious as the original. But it's not as silly as like Godzilla versus Gigan. It's like that perfect
Yes.
balance of what I want from a Godzilla movie, where Godzilla's a dick, but I'm not like traumatized like Godzilla minus one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I haven't seen -1 yet. Don't even say anything.
it's I think it's pretty good.
I've heard it's one of the best.
but I just don't want to overhype it because like that's the thing. No matter how good a movie is, if everyone keeps saying it's the best, eventually your expectations is going to be too high. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I'm going to bring Godzilla down to earth. It ain't no Godzilla versus Mothra. That's my hot take.
for sure. Um, Wait, Paul, you said you like Space Godzilla. Why? Me? I don't. I don't. Did I say that? No, I was talking about Hedora.
I like Space Godzilla, but
We just recently watched Space Godzilla and yikes. I don't know.
well, this has been fun. Uh,
Okay, we need to get back to Nightmare on Elm Street. We're gonna have the Godzilla talk
yes.
at some point. We will definitely do that.
Okay.
It'll be a really long stream if we do a stream. Like we have to really organize our thoughts.
That's gonna be a fucking marathon, that
It
stream.
it is. We're gonna really have to reel this in. We're gonna have to think. Maybe we can do it by era. We'll do like a stream by era. Maybe that's easier. We'll figure it out.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
But we should probably get back to Nightmare on Elm
Let's
Street.
get back. So let's talk about. We're talking about five. What the hell is the title of this movie?
The Dream
The
Child.
Dream. Oh, that's right. Um. Yikes! Like yikes! I wasn't expecting
Yeah,
to
that's fair.
see Lisa Wilcox back. I was like, oh, okay. Um. I really didn't like this movie. Like at all. Like I actually like I have to be honest with you. I just watched it the other day.
It's a boy. When he did that, I died.
The baby? This is
Oh,
not
baby Freddy?
Yo, this is not the serve that they thought it was. It's not. But even then with that whole thing with the baby, right? It made me
Yeah.
also think of Terrifier because of Terrifier 2 and the whole thing. I was like, Damien, I see you.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes. You know what it reminded me of?
What?
Baby Voldemort.
That was bad.
It was bad. And like,
That was
so
really like that's like I want to forget that that happened.
I hate Baby Freddy.
What?
And I hate Baby Freddy.
Me too. It's bad.
I
It's corny.
I love baby versions of things, like Baby Yoda.
Oh,
I love
of
him.
course. Me too.
Baby T-Rex in the Lost World Jurassic Park. I love him. Um, Baby Looney Tunes. I love them.
Baby Godzilla.
I fucking love Baby Godzilla.
Me too.
Baby Mothra, where it's like the little like poopers.
Yeah.
The caterpillars.
Yeah.
I call. But yeah, I love them. I love baby versions of iconic characters.
Yeah.
Except
Except Freddy.
Baby Freddy. I would punt Baby Freddy.
I hate it. Also, David makes a good point in the chat. David said Baby Pennywise also bad. I'm gonna have to agree with that. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not good.
But
But nowhere near as bad as Baby
He's-
Freddy. I have to be real.
he's dying at that point, so it's kind of funny.
That's true. Yeah.
It's still bad. I think Baby Freddy's worse.
So bad. I have to be honest with you. This might be hard to talk about because even though I just watched this, I can't tell you a single thing that happened.
I'm pretty sure this is the one who's like, hey, wanna suck face?
Oh my god! This is that one. And actually, that scene really upset me.
Because it's bad.
It's bad and tacky and just like gross. Because she's like in high school and he's
Yeah.
like this old man and I was like, oh. It's just like,
I mean, he's been doing that since the original when he's like,
That's
I'm your
true.
boyfriend now, Nancy.
that's true, and that upset me too. But for some reason, this one feels more gross. I don't know what it is, but it feels more gross.
I think they're leaning into what they thought the people liked about A Nightmare on Elm Street,
Yeah.
but they were leaning into the wrong things.
Yeah.
So, I liked near the end of the movie where they're in like the kind of dream maze and they're doing like the fun little like I'm over here, no, I'm over here, and it's like the matte paintings and forced perspective shit.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. I don't really like. I literally can't tell you anything that happened in it. Like, it feels like a bunch of things were going on and it was just nonsense. Like nothing stuck with me, to be honest, except for that scene. But that's just because it grossed me out.
It's a boy. I can never get over
No,
Baby Freddy. I hate Baby
oh my
Freddy.
god, and he looks so bad. Why would he look like that?
We need to get T-shirts that say "We hate Baby Freddy."
We do. Yeah, it's really bad. I actually don't know a single person that actually likes this movie. I really don't.
I thought you were gonna say I don't. I thought you were gonna say I don't know a single person who likes Baby Freddy, and I was like, because they don't exist.
We're baby Freddy haters.
We are. Me and the homies hate Baby
Yeah.
Freddy.
It's not good. I really have nothing to say. Oh my god, the tagline is Freddy delivers.
That's kind of funny.
I hate it. And also I think the poster for this one is one of the worst posters. I can't lie to you guys. Like, it's actually so bad.
Yeah.
It's real bad. And I also didn't really like the way that Freddy looked in this movie either. Like, I thought he looked really goofy.
Is this the one where? So I will admit I get 4 and 5 a little confused because when I watched them on the same day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they do have a through line with each other. So Dream Warriors, Dream Master, and Dream Child form their own little trilogy, right? With 2 of them being very good, and the other one being a boy.
It's a boy.
Is 4 or is 5 the one where Freddy's like the doctor and he pulls it and he's like, well, it ain't Dr. Seuss.
See, wait, that's the thing, because I mentioned that. That's when I was saying Robert Englund in drag. I thought that was 4.
Oh, is that 4? Okay, I like that. I was gonna say I liked something from 5, but no.
But I don't know
because
I watched them both the same day.
So you have the same.
And they are so similar, and of course, because Lisa Wilcox is back, you do get confused. I think it's 4 though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's funny because like 4 and 5 are the same, except literally one of them is very good, and then the other one is 5.
Yeah. No, I think he's definitely in 4. If we're incorrect, let us know, chat. But I think that's true.
So, but yeah, I don't like being negative because I'm not a critic. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever want to be one, but at the same time.
No, you're so real. I love it. That's amazing.
Should we move on?
Yeah, we have to move on. Let's move on. Oh wait, David said told ya. What you did? You told me? What did you tell me? I don't know. If you told me up above, girl, I'm not scrolling all the way back up. We're getting through a big franchise today. Paul said, let's go Austin, we love baby Godzilla. Oh, I love the Godzilla love from everyone. Tom Baker said, never seen any Godzilla. You should definitely watch Godzilla.
You got
a lot to do.
30 plus fucking movies to catch up on.
Oh my god. Oh wait, UK poster is pregnant Freddy? Oh wait. What's pregnant Freddy? I have no idea what the UK poster looks like. We were talking about like when he's dressed as the nurse. It's definitely 4. Whatever.
He wasn't Dr. Seuss. That's what I remember. I think that was 4. Wait, 5 is the one where he stuffs that one girl with all the food.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, tortellini. I don't remember what he says.
I hate
but
that.
You
I
know,
hate
like
it.
I liked it more than I like It's a Boy.
True. Very valid. Very valid. Okay, let's move on. We don't like that one. I'm like,
It's a dud.
okay, so so the next one is Freddy's Dead, the final nightmare.
I'll say this about it.
Oh, Austin, you might have a lot to say about it because I have very little to say. I actually was falling asleep.
Yaphet Kotto is in this movie, and I like him.
Okay. Okay.
And Alice Cooper's in it for a hot second.
That did happen.
Hmm
Yeah. Uh,
I, I think there's more to like in this one. I'm not gonna go as far as to defend it,
okay.
but
Yeah.
at the same time, I don't hate it.
Really?
I think it gets I think it gets a unnecessary bad rap, but it's like not good at the same time. I mean, like I'm sorry, maybe I'm a sucker, but if I'm a sucker for liking an extended scene where Freddy is like rocking out to Indigata Da Vida, then I'm a sucker.
That was fun. No, he has a lot of fun moments in this movie, but like
And then he
overall,
does like
like
the Wizard of Oz, the
I
Wicked
love
Witch.
that. No, I love that.
I'll get you and your pretty soul
That was
too.
sassy.
Like
Halloween Queen.
I think six is fun. I think this one's fun.
Okay. See, I wish I
It
could.
does get boring,
Yeah, I wish I could say
but when
it's
it's
fun,
not
but
boring, it's fun. Yeah.
it's really boring. I just, yeah. It's not one that I would reach for again. It also, like, weirdly, I don't know if it was or not, but it felt like a TV movie for me.
Yeah, I get it. I don't know what's up with it, but I get it.
Yeah.
I I do like the in memoriam for Freddy during the credits.
Yeah, that was great.
At least I think this one knew it was funny, and that helps.
Yeah, that's true. It,
It knew what it was, and it leaned into it. Um, and for me at least, it helps. I it's one of those ones where I would never put it on, but if it was on like AMC Fear Fest, I wouldn't turn it off.
okay. Nice. See, I would probably never watch it again. But I
But
all
if it was on AMC Fear Fest,
I would leave it on. No, that's true.
that you
Five
see, you know,
though. I don't think so.
dude, I'm gonna get you that AMC sponsorship.
You are. You're gonna get it for yourself too.
We'll share it.
Yes, I love that for us. We need that. We deserve that, I think. Okay, so now we can move on to so I wasn't going to count this one in this franchise ranking today, but Austin made a good point, so I put it in here. We have Freddy versus Jason.
Well, no. We skipped one.
We skipped one?
Yeah,
What did we skip? Oh my god, what?
Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
Oh, New Nightmare is after. Yeah, sorry. It's because mine is organized by my ranking, and so, yeah.
Oh, but
Okay,
New Nightmare came out in '94.
you're right. We're at New Nightmare, and then we're at Freddy vs. Jason. Sorry.
2003.
Okay, actually, I'm happy we're talking about New Nightmare. I love this movie.
Okay, cool.
I love New Nightmare. This is actually one of my most watched in the franchise.
I also love New Nightmare, but I'm a little biased because New Nightmare came out in '94, and I came out in '94. So I think it's a thing, and people in the chat confirm or deny, but like I feel like we have a special affinities for films that came out in our birth years.
Yeah. I get that. Cuz Scream came out in mine.
So 96.
Mhm.
That's like, I mean, it don't get much better than Scream, but like 94, I got some bangers in 94. So like this year, like it's not just my 30th anniversary, but it's the 30th anniversary of Wes Craven's New Nightmare, Pulp Fiction, The Lion King,
Yes,
The
Pulp
Shawshank Redemption.
Fiction.
There's a lot of great 94 movies, and I will forever be pissed I wasn't born a year early because Jurassic Park came out in 93.
I love how much you know dates for everything. That is so amazing.
But yeah, so I have a special place in my heart for New Nightmare because of that reason. Also, there's a T-Rex in it. Um,
All about your dinosaurs.
right? When the kid who's also the same kid as, so what's his name? Miko Hughes, I think is
Miko
the
Hughes.
kid's real
Yeah.
name. Yeah, he's Gage in Pet Cemetery.
Yes, he is. I love Pet Cemetery, and I love him in that movie.
No fair, Daddy. No fair.
He's
So
so
scary.
creepy in that. Oh my god.
But he's great in New Nightmare. And when he yells for like when they're doing the inverse of the Tina kill, when he takes the babysitter, but you actually see what he's doing. Because in the original, I'm sorry, I'm geeking out right away.
No, you're
But
fine.
like in the original Tina kill, you don't see what Freddy's doing. You only see what Rod's seeing, which is nothing. But the in New Nightmare, they inverse it so the little boy sees Freddy killing the babysitter. Um, and Freddy's are like, "Hey, you ever play Skin the Cat?" And it's like that kid is 4. What the fuck? What the fuck kind of game is Skin the Cat? What's next? Are you gonna say, "Hey, ever play Explode the Bird?" Like, what the hell?
We're
What
back
the
to the
fuck does
bird.
that even mean? What the fuck does that mean? And I I will never get over it. This is my lifelong goal. This is my mission in life. What the fuck does that mean? Skin the cat. I've never played that. Who plays that?
It's some like sickening thing that only like a serial killer would say.
Okay. I'm cool now. I got no more mission in my life. You solved it.
Are you being sarcastic? I love that. See, this is why you're the best. This is why we're besties.
But all that to say, when he screams for Rex after that, I'm like, I get it. I too would cross like a fucking interstate to get to my stuffed Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Real. That would be me with a
Stuffy.
squishmallow. Real.
um I they make Godzilla Squishmallow. Okay, I'm sorry.
I know, I
New Nightmare.
know. I have to get the Mothra one. Okay.
I got my Mount the Mothra one.
Oh my god, it's amazing. Okay, wait, we need to go. We're going back. We're. See, Austin and I could be here all night. That's the real issue.
We really could. We really could.
We're like having a sleepover right now.
We would be safe from Freddy because we wouldn't fall asleep.
Exactly. So, New Nightmare, I love it. I love
It's
how
great, yeah.
meta it is. It's so meta. It's right before Scream, so it's cool to see like how much more meta Scream is than this one.
Hmm.
And it's just so
And
fun.
I really, I'm
No,
sorry.
it's okay. It's just so fun. I love it. I really love this movie. It's like, it's also a comfort movie for me.
I really appreciate because like Wes Craven only directed two Nightmare movies,
Mm-hmm.
the original and this one. And he was involved with Dream Warriors, but um, Chuck Russell, I believe, directed that one. Um, so Wes Craven only did the two, and I really appreciate that he kind of made it a love letter to all of Nightmare, not just the original.
Yeah.
Um, he really brought in like a lot of cameo, like cast members from the other movies got to make cameos, and he made other shout outs to them, and I'm like, he could have easily just like dismissed the rest of the franchise,
Mm-hmm.
but he acknowledged like other people worked hard on these movies, and whether they were good or the dream child, they they all put effort,
Yeah.
and I like that he didn't turn his back on them. I love his little role in it, especially because he has sadly passed away a couple years back.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's cool that he was able to immortalize himself in this movie. And I love them playing themselves. Like it's cool to see Robert Englund as both Freddy Krueger and Robert Englund.
It's so cool, yeah. That's my favorite part. I love that. Like getting to see Heather Langenkamp be herself and also be Nancy is so trippy.
Yeah. And she is gorgeous
Oh
in
my
this
god, are
movie.
you kidding? I know. My
Whoa.
crush developed on her in this movie. I was like, this is one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen.
And she's just beautiful
She
in
is.
everything. But this movie
Yeah, her
specifically,
hair,
it was
everything.
like
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
So,
Man, I love it.
and
It's so fucking good.
I love New Nightmare.
Anyone who
I
doesn't
do
is
love the
like really
scene.
crazy. Sorry. You love the scene.
You know who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
You know who doesn't love New
Who?
Nightmare? Baby Freddy. Fucking hate Baby Freddy.
We hate him. Confirmed.
We hate him so much.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you gonna say? What scene did you like?
I love the scene where the boy, because I don't remember his name in the movie. Um, I keep wanting to say Rex, but that's the name of his stuffed animal. Uh, but Miko Hughes' character, uh, he like Heather takes him to the park, and he like climbs the
His name is
fucking
Dylan.
jungle, or like Dylan. Yes, I was not gonna remember that. So Dylan climbs like the fucking jungle gym, and he's
Yes.
at the top, and the music's so dramatic.
Yes.
And he falls off, and I know I'm not supposed to laugh at children in peril, but it's that music is so over the
It is
top,
though.
and
It is like unintentionally funny. Like it just is.
yeah,
it
and like yeah,
I love that.
it's a good movie. I really like it.
It's so
I
good.
really love New Nightmare.
Actually, speaking of New Nightmare, I feel like I probably should have added that. Did you watch what was it called? The fan film?
Oh, Dylan's Nightmare, I think it's
Yeah,
called,
did you watch that?
with Miko
Yeah.
Hughes. When it came out, yeah,
Did you like it?
I
I
did.
did. I
I
liked
thought it
it
was
too.
fun.
Yeah. It was really fun. I feel like
Um,
yeah, they did a really good job.
it felt like a nightmare movie, so I appreciated that.
Yeah, I felt like it was like too short, but yeah. I liked it.
I thought it was supposed to be a short film, so I went in thinking it was a short film, so maybe that's why I didn't. Well, I think it's the same people who made like the Jason fan films, the Never Hike Alone.
No, this is the
Oh,
no, they didn't do that. Um oh my gosh, what's his
I
name?
thought they were the
Dave
same people.
McCrae, I think, did the Black Christmas fan film. It's Me, Billy.
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah, I actually think that's pretty good. Um,
But anyways,
yeah,
yeah, I liked the Dylan's Nightmare. Or Dylan's A New
yeah,
Nightmare.
same. I thought Miko Hughes was really good in it. It was really fun to see
Oh,
him.
he was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have too much to say other than I love New Nightmare. I love everything
Me
about
and the
it.
homies love New Nightmare.
We love it. I just love how meta it is. I love meta shit. Like, just give me all of that. Um,
I like when she's on the talk show and then Robert Englund as Freddy comes up. Not as like not that film's Freddy Krueger, but like that film's Robert Englund in the Freddy makeup comes out for to surprise the audience, and it
mhm.
has that little like talk show jingle version of the theme song.
Oh
It's such a
yeah.
cool little detail.
That is. Yeah. I love that. I love that you remember that. That's
I
great.
other than the original, I would say I've seen New Nightmare the most.
Yeah. I think I've seen it the most too. Yeah. It's
So
definitely the one I always like to throw on.
now this is one where it's like I would put it on willingly. I
Mhm.
would put it on just because.
Same. Same. It's just a great time. It's so much fun.
It is.
So much fun.
Um, and then I think now we move on
We move
to
on. Freddy
the
versus
heavyweight championship.
Jason. Are you so excited to talk about Freddy versus Jason?
Now this is a fight.
This is a fight.
This ain't no YouTuber versus like old ass like I don't want to put any disrespect on Mike Tyson. I don't know what to call him at this moment, but it because I'm pretty sure the Logan Paul Mike Tyson fight's happening right now.
Oh, is it
But
today?
this is a real
Oh, I
fight.
didn't even know that. That's
The
so crazy. I don't follow any of
Freddy
that stuff.
versus Jason.
Yeah. Today we're
I just
talking
see the
about
meme.
the fight of the century. No. Freddy vs. Jason. Um, directed by Ronnie Yu, who also did Bride of Chucky. I actually really like Freddy vs. Jason. I think it's really fun. I think it's not a perfect movie because it has a lot of issues. I'm not really a Jason girly. I don't
Mm,
really like Jason. I don't really love the Friday franchise. Yeah, it's just
I
never been
like when
for
he goes
me.
to space.
Do you really? Everyone says that, and I don't
I
like
love
that
that
movie
movie.
either.
Well, you're
I
wrong.
might be due for a rewatch though, because I haven't seen it in like since the start of my channel when I ranked them. So it's been a few years.
um, I will admit I like Friday the 13th, but it's not my favorite.
Yeah, I think it's the
And I
least
like
interesting.
Jason X because it's so silly.
That's valid. Yeah, I should rewatch it. Maybe I'll come around to it, but anyway, I liked
I
Jason, I guess, in
Yeah.
this movie.
Well, here's my thing. I think Freddy versus Jason does an amazing job taking and balancing the different aspects of both franchises.
What do you mean?
Like, if you're a Nightmare on Elm Street fan, you're going to get a lot of Nightmare on Elm Street
Mm-hmm.
Easter eggs.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a Friday the 13th fan, you're going to get a lot of Friday the 13th Easter eggs.
That's true.
And odds are you're both. Like, if you're going to see this movie, you're fans of both. But, like, I think it does a good job um making those characters feel like those characters.
Yeah, for sure.
The the only aspect I kind of like, well, that's a stretch, is making Jason afraid of water. Because, like, what the fuck you mean? I know he drowned, but He's in water a lot in that franchise.
No,
What the
that's
hell?
so that's so true. That's so true. Yeah, it's really goofy. It's goofy. I can't.
But I do like them kind of like Freddy died by fire, Jason died by water. I like that connection. I wouldn't have made the villains afraid of those elements, but I do like that connection. And I think it's a good, well, a good story. I think it's a good way to pit those characters with each other. It totally makes sense that Springwood, Ohio is forgetting who Freddy is, so Freddy's losing his power. So he sends Jason, who's basically a revenant, to kill in his. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I didn't sneeze. Godzilla blessed me. Um, but I think that's a good way to bring these characters together. And it makes sense,
That does
and
make
it
sense.
feels
I
true to both
I never
characters.
looked at it that way, but now that you say that, I actually really appreciate that aspect.
And I think at this point in the franchises, they were both really campy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like Jason already went to space. He might as well fight
He went to
Freddy.
space. He went to Manhattan.
Which is worse?
It's worse. He's not even in Manhattan. He's like on
Uh,
a boat the whole time. Shut up.
I do love the shot of him in Times Square. That's
Iconic.
cool.
It's iconic.
I I love Jason Takes Manhattan.
No. No, you fucking don't. No, you
Yes,
don't.
I do. Yes, I
No,
do.
you don't.
A shirt. I
You're.
have a shirt. I
No,
own it.
you
Yes, I.
don't. No.
Yes,
No.
I love it.
I'm
It's
gonna.
so much fun.
No. I'm gonna. I'm gonna flick you out of here in a second.
Guys, you just witnessed the end of a friendship.
I'm kidding. No, it's fine. You can love that, but I.
I will.
Okay. I can't get
I
with it. I cannot get with it, and you're not convincing me.
I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just stating that
I
it's
love it.
cinema. He he kills a girl
No,
with a flying V. It's so funny.
it's not. No, forget. We're
And
not,
then
you know
he
what? Let's get back to Nightmare.
speaking of boxing, I'll tell you what a real boxing match is.
Don't even. Are you going to? Stop. No.
It's so good. I love Jason Takes Manhattan.
That's so crazy. Anyways, back to Freddy versus Jason.
What
um,
should have taken place in Manhattan?
Catherine Isabel is in this movie. This movie has a really good cast, really fun, really of the time. I love it. I really love it. It's
It is of the
fun.
time, yeah.
It's so fun. I mean, that scene with Kelly Rowland is very weird, but if you know, you know. But
Well, it's of the time. It was
it's
2003,
unfortunately of the time.
and that was a normal 2003
Oh,
conversation.
yeah. That's true. So it's a bit dated.
Yeah, but it's like if we were to say that shit now, I would raise an eyebrow.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. No, for sure.
But I'm not going to judge a 2003 movie for being very 2003.
It's so of the
Especially
time.
a movie that's trying to be edgy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was the whole
Like,
thing. And that was
and that was,
that was
yeah,
the time. Yeah.
that was the time. Exactly. So it's like, I'm not going to fault the film for being of its time and for doing what it was supposed to do, which was like a little shocking, but not enough to alienate the fans.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, if I were to watch it now, I'd be like, yeah, we don't say that anymore. But
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything like I'm not gonna write like an opinion piece about it. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. Yeah. Yeah. I I can't remember. I haven't seen this one in a while. I can't remember like any kills I really liked. I mean, I guess I really like the Catherine Isabel one.
I'm trying to think of Freddy kills I like, but Jason really gets the best kills in this
I
movie.
agree with that. Yeah.
Like when he snaps some one dude in his bed.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, what were some of the Freddy ones, man? I can't even think of them.
I can't think of his. Oh, got your nose. I guess
Oh,
that's not a kill,
yeah.
but
That was funny.
that was Freddy versus Jason. I just like when he fights Jason.
That's great. Yeah. This one's dumb fun. It's a good time. Is it
Yeah.
high art? No. But it's fun.
I don't want to call it dumb fun though, because I think it does a lot of smart things into making it a believable reason why Freddy and Jason are fighting.
That's valid. Yeah.
It's not high art, no, definitely that. I just think it's a fun time,
It's a fun time. Yeah.
but I think it's smart enough to know what it is.
Oh yeah. It is very. Yeah, I think that director really knows how to nail that kind of like vibe because even like with Bride of Chucky, like it's so self-aware of what it is.
I didn't realize he directed Bride of Chucky, but that makes
Ronnie
sense.
Yu, yeah. Yeah. I like it. It's a good time. It's fun. I throw it on every now and then. A goodie. So
Hmm.
now we are at the dreaded remake 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street, directed by somebody. Who is this? I'm unfamiliar. Samuel Bayer. Who even are you? Yeah,
2010.
2010. So I really hate the poster for this one. It's really awful.
Um, it's got a good cast.
It has a great cast. I have to be honest, the cast is kind of amazing. Like Kyle Gallner,
Yeah.
who you know
Hmm.
on this channel, we love Kyle Gallner, love him, Scream King. And then it has Rooney Mara, Katie Cassidy, who was so popular at this time, and I was a big Katie
Hmm.
Cassidy fan. Thomas Decker's in here. Kellen Lutz from Twilight, that was really exciting. Connie Britton, so happy to see her. Yeah, it just had a great cast, and Jakey
Clancy
Early.
Brown.
Oh yeah, Clancy Brown.
We love Clancy Brown.
Just great, a great cast, a really great cast. It.
Um,
Oh,
I don't know if this is a hot take or anything. I think people generally agree with this. It might be warm. Jackie Earl Haley,
yeah.
innocent.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I think he actually did a good job.
I actually agree. The reasons why I don't really love this movie actually has nothing to do with him because I think he has a really good performance in this movie. Like a lot of people give him shit.
Yeah.
Like his performance is good. It's not his fault that the makeup looks like that.
And really like that he made Freddy different.
Me too.
It's not Robert Englund, and it shouldn't be Robert Englund, because you
Yeah.
can't do better than Robert Englund. So you got to
Exactly.
make it
And it shouldn't be an
different,
impression of Robert Englund either. So I gotta respect
right?
like his take on the role for sure.
It's just I don't like where the writing went. Um, but he could only do so much with what he was given.
Yeah. What a like
Um,
strange movie.
I think they leaned. How do I say this without getting you demonetized.
I know what you're gonna
Um,
say.
I think they leaned a little too hard
On that thing.
into, yeah, they not like us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh, let's just say Freddy likes to strike a chord, and that chord might be A minor. Um,
Oh, that's a good way to say it
I
without
stole it from
getting
Kendrick Lamar.
demonetized. Of course you did.
I cannot take credit for that. But
That was a very good, safe way to talk about it, though. I appreciate that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I they leaned really
They
hard
really
into that.
did. Do you know
Where
how confused I was because this was my introduction to this franchise? So then when I watched the original, I was so confused. I was like, oh, wait, he's not that in this?
well, I
Like,
think he still is, but it's like subtext.
it is.
This
It
just made it
is.
text.
Yeah. It's like they're
And it's
not
we were
saying that in the original. But yeah.
like in the original, it's like I'm your boyfriend now. It's like ew. And
Yeah.
we were talking about five. Uh, you ought to suck face, and we're like, ew. This
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
it's literally, this one's like the worst for that because like Rooney Mara is just like, fuck you. He's like, ooh, sounds like fuck. He's like,
It's
eh.
really, really gross. No, yeah, that's true.
It's almost as bad as Baby Freddy.
Yeah, and they really like I think they thought they were kind of doing this like trauma horror type thing and it's like the writing is really bad and I don't think you guys really could have done that in the right way cuz a lot of it just feels ick. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it yeah. I tried to rewatch this one and I really couldn't even get through it. Um even though the cast is great, I do have to say, and I think she's a great actress, so it really has nothing to do with her. But like, Rooney Mara just doesn't like. I don't know, but for some reason, like she doesn't click for me as Nancy, and like she's a great actress. It's just like there's something that does not work for me at all.
I think this movie was just doomed from the beginning.
Yeah.
I think it was made for the wrong, and I'm not talking about the writers or the directors, or director, I mean, because I don't think they went in trying to make a bad Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Yeah.
But I think this movie was always made, it was always going to be made.
Mm-hmm.
Someone had to make it. But it was at that time where they were remaking everything. So, and there are a few good remakes from this time, but I just think it was something that was like, hey, we have the rights to A Nightmare on Elm Street. Let's make a quick buck. We'll get whoever, and I I think there was some production issue. I don't know, but I don't think I like I said, I think this movie was made for the wrong reasons, but I don't think the writers or the directors went in trying to make a bad movie either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean. I agree. I agree. Yeah. I don't know, like if I have any good things to say. I really like Kyle Gallner in it. He's very good in it. Um, but I don't know. I love Connie Britton too in it. I think she fits really well into that. Like she's very believable. But I don't know. Yeah, the movie is not great. I don't have much to say.
I thought the micro naps idea was a pretty good idea,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
It's just it's a bit boring. Yikes. I think that wraps up my thoughts. I knew I wouldn't have too much to say about that one. It's just
Yeah,
not.
I don't got too much to say about it either.
It's really not even fun to rewatch either. It's wild that I was scared of
No.
it when I first watched it. It's like really awful. But it was 2010 and I was a baby. Um,
The one kill near the beginning where it like he
oh,
I think it's wait, but
yeah.
it's like so like dragged like that was gnarly.
Yeah.
That was good. That
Yeah.
was a good moment.
Yeah. I'm like, what are the redeeming things other than the performances that I thought were all good, but really not much for me. Um,
That and that one kill I said.
yeah. Yeah, no, that was good. Okay. Well, we did it. Now we can rank them.
So, you go first, I go first. How are we doing this?
Okay, I can go first. And I guess I'll
All
I'll
right.
say my number 9 then you say yours and vice versa. Okay.
We'll do it. All right.
Okay. So, at my number 9, it's gotta be Freddy's Dead, the Final Nightmare. I'm sorry.
That one's your least
That's
favorite?
my least favorite. No, man, I can't do it.
That's okay. Okay. I respect it.
Okay. Good. For all the reasons I said earlier, I can't do it. It's so boring. I actually think it might be for me the most boring on here.
Even when he's rocking out to Indigata Davida.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. I respect it.
We're gonna like be enemies after this stream.
I
That's my number
after
9.
we're right now. No, I'm kidding. Uh uh I'm just I just feel betrayed. Um because I thought we were gonna have the same
Oh shit.
least
Oh
favorite.
man, I think I know what yours is. I know what it is. Tell me.
Can I say it?
Yeah.
It's a boy.
Yeah, no, I have to be honest. That was almost going to be my least favorite.
I hate Baby Freddy.
He's awful. We know it's terrible.
Baby Freddy himself brings it to my least
That's
favorite.
so valid. I was toying before we got on with what is my least favorite, and that was really close to being number 9. So I got it. Speaking of that movie, though, at number 8, it's a boy.
Fuck Baby Freddy.
We hate me and all the homies hate Baby Freddy.
We hate. This is why we will forever be friends. I can't stay mad at
Exactly.
you.
I love us.
We did it.
We did it.
We overcame the biggest betrayal in the history of mankind.
That would be insane if true.
We, our hatred of Baby Freddy is gonna save the world.
I agree with that. I think it's gonna make us stronger people and even stronger like filmmakers and creatives because we hate Baby Freddy so much. It's gonna fuel us in the genre.
And and hating Baby Freddy is like it, I just hate Baby Freddy so much.
We need to get off of it because we're gonna keep saying that shit. We're done. Tell me your number 8. We're done with him. He's gone.
uh what is my number 8? I'm gonna put the remake, the 2010 remake.
Okay. That's so funny. Speaking of that, my number 7 is the remake.
I think that's a fair ranking.
Yeah.
Uh,
The only reason like that one isn't lower is because I genuinely do like a lot of the performances in this movie. That's it.
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's
I
fair.
think they're strong.
Um, there's only one movie I think is very, very bad in the series. I think the remake is bland. I don't think it's good, but I think it's more forgettable than it is bad.
I would agree with that. Yes. That's a perfect way to say it. Yeah. It is forgettable.
So my number seven is Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare.
Oh wow, we're really like swapped. I love it.
I don't think you understand how big of a gap in my mind Freddy's Dead and the remake are, and how big of a gap the remake is from like go all the way down to fucking it's a boy. Um,
Okay. I
I
think
don't
that's
think I
valid.
don't think I don't think Freddy's Dead is like good by any means, but I don't think it's bad. I can see why some people think it's bad. It might be a bit harsh to have it at I don't know your bottom of the Freddy rankings. That's just my opinion. That's just me. I don't want to make anyone feel bad if they have it at the bottom, but if they did, maybe you
Wow.
should feel bad. But
Wow, personal attacks.
if the shoe fits, anyways, uh, I should have said if the glove fits. That would have been funnier. But you know what they say. Um, I couldn't think of anything. But anyways,
Okay.
uh, Freddy's Dead is in my seventh only because, like, I think it does get boring. I will concede that.
Hmm.
But when it's fun, it's really fucking fun.
Okay.
And I think there's enough good, like, there's enough insanity in that movie for it to be a safe number seven.
Okay. Okay. I accept that. Now, at number 6, is this what I want? Is that what I'm going to do? Wait, I think I'm going to change. Wait. I'm going to
Ooh.
change that. I'm going to change that. Hold on. I don't like that. That's not
Uh-oh.
sitting right with me. Hold on. Changing it actually. Am I changing it? Yeah, I'm changing it. Okay, I changed it cuz that wasn't quite right. Okay, at number 6, I've got Freddy versus Jason.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's
I like it. It's fun,
acceptable.
but there are more in the franchise that I just recently learned I like better. But yeah,
I dig it, you know?
thank you. You respect it.
I do. I do. I think that's a fair placement for it. My number six. So remember how I said there's a big gap between Freddy's Dead and the remake?
Yeah.
There's another big gap for me here between Freddy's Dead and my next one because my next one I think six on up. I really like all these movies.
Okay.
I think these are all good movies. Um, so for me, these six films like they're a little interchangeable too. But right now, I'm gonna say Nightmare on Elm Street Part Two: Freddy's Revenge. I'm gonna place that at six.
Oh, wow. Okay. I respect that. I do respect that.
But like I said, like I said, there's a big gap between Freddy's Dead and the remake. There's another big gap for me here between Freddy's Dead and my next one because my next one I think is I think these are all good movies.
I respect that. I do
But
respect
like
that.
I said, like I said, there's a big gap between that and Freddy's Dead.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
I think this is a good movie, and like there's not a big gap for this in my next one. Um, but what the fuck? That bird explodes. I'm sorry. Like what the hell? I can't.
I can't take
I
it.
really like. I really like Freddy's Revenge. I just like the other five a little more.
Okay. Okay. I can't blame you. All right. So now at number 5, I'm really glad I changed the placement of these. At number 5, I have Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master.
Ooh,
Yeah,
very
I
nice.
I like this one a lot more than I thought I would. I really like my thoughts after was just like I need a queen out with him. Like he's just so sassy and that like he's so fun. There's a lot of really fun creative kills in it. I think it's a good time.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
really like Lisa
I
Wilcox in it like a lot.
I think it's a good follow-up to Dream Warriors.
It really is. Yeah. And I think it doesn't get enough love. Like I really like it. It's a good time.
S- So, my number five,
Mhm. I love that you're
I'm
doing
gonna
it on the
go.
spot. Okay. Go.
I'm gonna go Freddy versus Jason.
Okay. Okay, I like it. I like that placement. That's fun. Did I lose you? I lost him. Are you here?
I really like Freddy versus Jason. I'm here. Oh no!
You're back.
Freddy got me again.
Yeah, you'll come back. It was a connection thing. It'll come back. You're in like this little thing.
Oh.
Hopefully. Oh, there you go. You're coming back. Yay! You're back.
Freddy got me again.
Okay, cool. So you got Freddy versus
Uh,
Jason. 5.
at number five, yeah.
That's a solid one. I like it. Okay.
Thank
You're welcome. At number 4, I'm going with Dream Warriors.
you. Ooh,
Ooh, I
controversial.
know, because everyone's like, what do you mean? That's the best. I don't know.
That has docking.
That has what?
Docking.
What? Wait, oh my god, did you
Docking.
freeze? Oh,
Did
no,
I
you didn't
freeze?
freeze. What are you talking about? What does that mean?
You know, the band, Docking.
No, I don't know.
We're the
Oh,
Dream
I didn't know
Warriors.
that was the name. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, what is the reference?
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
sorry. I'm a
But
mess.
I think that's a fair number
Thank
four.
you. Thank you for not judging me on that. Appreciate it.
I'll judge you on other things, but I won't judge you on that.
Okay. I'm scared. I'm scared because my 3, I don't know, I think people are going to be weird about the placement, but it's fine. So tell me your 4.
My four is Dream Master.
Okay. I love it.
Number four is in number
That's
four.
perfect. I could see that. That's good placement too. I like that we're a little bit swapped on these. That's so funny.
But I feel like we're pretty much the same with a little bit of
We
swappage.
are, yeah. It's amazing. It really goes to show that we are so similar.
We're besties.
We are. Okay, so now at number 3, I hope nobody kills me. At number 3, I have the original and A Nightmare on Elm Street. Yay.
So we might divulge a little bit.
Are you kidding?
I wasn't expecting that. It's fair,
I'm sorry.
but
But it's still in top 3, and top 3 is really important.
no, it is. It still gets a medal. I was just thinking like we were just saying, hey, our lists are very similar. They are not anymore. They're no longer that similar.
The judgment. Okay.
I'm not judging. I do respect it. I'm just saying, like, we had that whole, oh, we're so
No,
close. I'm like,
I gotta
actually,
be
we're
real.
not.
I had a feeling that top 3 we would be very different. So,
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
I got a basic top three. I will admit that.
Okay. What's your three?
My number three is number three, Dream Warriors. Welcome to prime time, bitch.
Of course it is. Wow, do I know your one? I'm trying to figure you out. I think I know what it is.
I'm pretty sure
Okay.
everyone knows what my one is.
Everyone knows it's just like known, like this is Austin's number
I'm
one.
I'm basic as fuck.
Okay, at number two, we have New Nightmare. I love this movie.
Based, very based. Uh,
Really? Thanks.
I wasn't expecting I wasn't expecting to go there. Um, but I like your ranking. I really do. I think
Thank
it's
you.
iconic.
Thank you so
Um,
much.
my number two is also New Nightmare.
Yes, it is, bestie. We're so back.
I think it's the only one that shares the exact same
Yeah, it is.
placement
Yeah,
in our list,
beautiful.
in our respective lists. But yeah, New Nightmare is also my number two. I love New Nightmare. I think it's great.
It's so good. Okay, and now the little drum roll for number one. Yes, my number one is, to no one's surprise if you've been watching my channel, my number one is A Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Thank you.
We re You really like exploding birds.
No, I really like. I really like Jesse. I really do. I feel
that
very
that's like
seen.
I love that.
Thank
I
you.
love that. I think that's a great number one. I think number two is really fun. And like I said, I did place it at my number six,
Hmm.
but for me, my number six is much closer to my number one than it is to my number seven.
Okay.
Like those six Nightmare movies for
You really
me,
love him.
I really do. They're so much fun. Um, I think like you ask me the same question tomorrow. For me, two would be as high as number four. It could be, you know.
Hmm.
Um, but like having this conversation, it made me realize how much I really like four.
Yeah, I love that.
Um, and that I probably am due for a rewatch of two. So I think that like should be taken into consideration as well. Um, I think you have a great list,
Thank you. And
other
now.
than the very last spot. But that's okay. I forgive you.
It's always something with you. And your number one is.
No drum roll necessary because it's basic as fuck. Happy 40th anniversary to the OG Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yay! A happy 40th to this iconic franchise. Your number
Um,
one, while basic, is perfect. It started it all. So,
and the reason why it's my number one, not just because it's, iconic, it's really because it's the one I have the most nostalgia for.
yeah, I could see that.
And as a as a filmmaker, I think the first one has the most influence on me, on my film so far.
Hmm. Okay. I love that.
So, I have a handful of short films that I've already made, and on two of them reference the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
I love it.
So, um,
That's so sweet.
but yeah, so I really do love this franchise. There's really only one of them I don't care for.
It's a boy.
That's not true. There's really two of them I don't care for. And then there's one I tolerate. And then there's six I really, really like.
I get that. I think we did so good.
I would say I would say the ones with Heather Langenkamp, um, for me, they're just a tier above because they have Heather Langenkamp and John Saxon.
Yes, Daddy.
Like that makes a difference.
It does. It really does. Um,
And I don't think it should surprise anyone that the two Wes Craven ones are my top two.
yeah, that didn't surprise me, to be honest. Like, I had a feeling.
I love Wes Craven.
I know. Me too, though. Um,
Yeah.
what an icon. R.I.P. David said,
Yes.
both lists shocking but valid. Thank you. I think so too. I love that. I loved our list. I think we did really well.
I think there are a lot of great lists um that can be made from this franchise. There's only a handful of um choices where I'd be like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Really, guys? But and that choice is if someone doesn't put Dream Child last, they are not my friend.
So, boy.
Oh no, I'm lost again.
Oh, no. Are you back? Oh, back.
Am- I'm in jail. I'm
He's back.
back.
You're back. Are you? Yeah. Okay. I love that. You're back just in time for us to wrap this up. It's been quite a long stream. And I don't want to keep you all night.
It was.
Um,
Well, I think the connection issues are on my end, so I think it'll if we go much further, I think I'll be having bad connections again.
yeah. No, but we did so well. I loved your ranking, and I had so much fun talking about this franchise with you and everyone in the chat. Sorry to the chat if I didn't get to read everyone's comment. It's like hard to juggle both. D, thank you for coming. I saw that you left earlier. Hi, Tim. Welcome. We're about to wrap things up, but thank you for stopping in. Thank you for all the love, Paul. Thank you. Um, but yeah, this was so much fun. I'm glad that like this pushed me to finally watch all of the movies. And who better than to talk about it with you? You're the best. And I love you. And thank you for coming on. This was so
Oh,
much fun.
this was I agree. I had so much fun. And it made me yeah, I just get so excited talking horror with my friends and I think this is a great way to celebrate 40 years of A Nightmare on Elm Street, 40 years of Freddy Krueger, 40 years of Nancy Thompson, 40 years of dreams and nightmares.
Yes.
This movie invented nightmares.
Yes, it did.
No one has ever had a nightmare before this movie. Uh, you can fact check that.
I love that. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you. I hope to have you on the channel again. Uh, anyone who's curious about
Anytime.
Austin, check out all his links below. Check out some of our episodes we did on his channel. He has a lot of fun videos. And thank you for tuning in on this Friday night. I hope everybody has a great weekend. And
Woo woo!
goodbye. I will see you all soon. Bye.